We're seeing a surge of immigration enforcement across our country as President Trump implements his mass deportation agenda. Many of those new policies attempt to reverse previous enforcement regulations on the federal and state levels. That includes right here in Nevada.
While this controversy will continue, no doubt about it, we here at Metro will continue to follow the laws as they are written. We don't make law.
That's Metro Sheriff Kevin McMahill making his stance on immigration enforcement clear to us in the past, releasing that statement in January saying Metro will leave enforcement for immigration issues to federal agents. However, Metro has just announced a change in its relationship with ICE, which stands for Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. Good evening, I'm Dana Wagner. Jim has the night off.
And I'm Marie Mortera. News 3's Steve Wolford is here live in studio to explain how this new agreement is going to work, along with a reaction from the ACLU of Nevada.
Well, you guys, Metro says it's now in the process of applying for the Warrant Service Officer section of the ICE 287G program. So what does that mean in plain language? Well, basically, it'll give ICE 48 hours to take custody of an illegal who is about to be released from the Clark County Detention Center.
We don't have the authority to detain somebody outside of the 287G for the ICE hold.
Which is why Steve Grammas, president of the Police Protective Association, says Metro has applied for that part of the program. Metro issued a statement saying in part that it has signed an agreement with ICE to participate in the Warrant Service Officers program, meaning when an inmate in the U.S. illegally is set for release from jail, the detention center will serve an ICE warrant to hold them for no more than 48 hours.
So the application for 287G is to say, okay, if ICE wants them, we now need the power to hold them. And I think our intent is to hold them for another 48 hours. If ICE wants to come and get them, they can come get them.
On its website, ICE describes the 287G program as an enforcement partnership with local law enforcement to remove criminal aliens from the U.S. Metro says there'll be no additional changes to the department's immigration policy. But Samira Ramich, the senior staff attorney for the ACLU Nevada, says
before their policy stated, hey, and they made representations to the public, hey, we are not going to be holding individuals. We're not going to be engaged in immigration enforcement or enforcing immigration violations, which in fact, this is what's being done now.
Grammas disagrees.
I don't believe our direction at Metro is going to be going out and finding and grabbing people because of their immigration status. It just is going to be people that are in our facility for a criminal case. If ICE wants to come and get them, that it gives us the power to hold them for 48 hours, and then they can do so.
The ACLU Nevada says it is monitoring at this point and has put in requests to see what the contract between ICE and Metro actually says. Steve Grammas says these kinds of agreements are common. Metro's narcotics detectives are deputized task force officers, so they can work on certain federal cases, and he says this agreement with ICE is similar. Marie, back to you.
Steve Wolford with multiple perspectives here. Thank you for that.